Felipe.
We are the Postmodern family. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've not seen our channel before, we are Americans living in the UK, vlogging about traditional family life and preparing for a second baby. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed to us and watch our videos. We enjoy reading all of your comments, and we encourage you to keep commenting and for new viewers to subscribe. So we were both attending the same university. Mm-hmm. The reason, though, that we didn't see each other was because I was a music major, which was on one side of the campus. And
the dumb side. Hey.
No, the creative side. And you guys were on the other side for engineering.
Sciences.
And there literally was no crossing paths in terms of the buildings we needed to be in most of the time. I had never set foot in that engineering building until you invited me to meet you there once or something. How do we meet if we didn't cross paths in class or anything? It was?
On a bus.
There was a bus that went by my house, so I would catch it to get to campus. And it was near where Felipe would park his truck. And the very first time we met, it was winter. You were on the bus already, and I got on, and there was only standing room. We were both standing near the back end, and I noticed that Felipe had...
It was hot. Hey.
I noticed that he was wearing a black, what looked like an MP3 player, and I was, at that time in my life, looking for buying...
For a black MP3 player in her life.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to go iPod or MP3 player, so I asked him if that was an iPod or if it was an MP3 player. You found out my name somehow. How did you find my name out? Did I tell you?
Yeah, you did.
My whole name, my last name too?
I think so, yeah. Otherwise, how could I find you? It's such a common name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So he emailed me the weirdest email.
Hey.
Tell me, why did you write me this email? What were you thinking as you were writing an email to me?
I thought I was just gonna be funny.
So he writes this email that says, "My brother looks like Jesus," and attaches a photo of his brother. And I don't think he knew at the time that I was Christian.
And I wasn't.
And he wasn't Christian. And immediately I was like, well, this guy is not Christian. Well, I don't have to answer him, and I was also really busy. So
I was so busy.
I was very busy. I did not have time to respond to your email, so I let it lie. And then summer comes around, and then this was our second real encounter where we actually talked again. He was at the bus station, sitting down on the floor, reading his Bible. And so as I'm walking up, I'm thinking, that's weird. I thought he wasn't Christian the last time I met him. And so immediately I was like pounced. I was like, I gotta get this guy plugged into campus ministries, and I gotta get him all, into this Christian community. So you were reading, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
And what did I say?
You said hello, but you didn't remember my name.
I didn't have to remember your name at that point. I remembered it after we talked a little bit more.
Yeah, after I told you what it was.
I said that we should go have coffee if you had any questions about what you were reading.
She was prepared to tutor me
on Christianity.
On Christianity. Be my teacher. So we went out to coffee, but...
Why did you say yes?
Why wouldn't I? She had never experienced chivalry in her life before. So I opened the door to the truck for her. I opened the door and she got out. I opened the door to the cafe. I think I must have
seated me.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really weird and kind of refreshing. So it struck me so much that we didn't talk anything about Christianity, and all we talked about was the problem of chivalry in the modern day.
And how feminism has destroyed chivalry.
Yeah, it was really interesting. We talked about culture and society and female and male roles and expectations. And we talked that entire 3-hour period or whatever that I had free. From then on, I had his information, and I invited him to every Christian event that was happening, which just happened to be, like, I think we met on a Wednesday, and it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was an event every single day. And every event, so Thursday he came to this 5-hour long worship thing. And then Friday he came to this, we were helping build something, a new atrium. And then Saturday I invited him to something else. And then so Sunday rolled around and he just didn't show up. Like, he had come Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday he didn't tell me he wasn't gonna show up. He just didn't show up. So every time he would come to one of these events, I would quickly introduce him to some of my male friends and then like run off and not see him for the rest of the evening, because there is so much warning out there about, I didn't want a new Christian to get distracted by me.
The time we did spend together all those days, you would yammer on about all your 30 ex-boyfriends or whatever. And there were like 3 or 4 at each one of these events that I went to.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, there was. There was like 2 or 3.
At one particular event, there was about 3 or 4.
Ex-boyfriends there, and you told me, there are 3 ex-boyfriends of mine here.
I was doing that on purpose. I was airing out my dirty laundry so
I know, but you didn't mention it.
it.
That's all I'm saying. You didn't mention that.
Well, by the way, that works really well, ladies, because then you've already got all the worst stuff off of your chest, and if they're still interested, then maybe it's worth a shot.
For a normal male like myself who has normal male thinking, if a woman is inviting you over to events and is shocked that you didn't get in touch with her just one day after you didn't see her, there seems to be interest beyond just friendship there. But at the same time, she's telling me all about these ex-boyfriends and all these things, so I felt really confused about the sequence of events that had occurred.
And he had just broken up with this long-term relationship.
I just wanted things to be straightforward. So I sent an email saying, I don't want to play any games. You sound really fickle. You talk to me all about all your boyfriends and you move from one guy to another. And you invite me out and just abandon me, so...
Yeah, it was a really harsh email. It wasn't very nice. Then I defended myself a little bit by explaining what I was trying to do. But I agreed. I was like, yeah, of course, we'll just be friends, thinking, I'm never going to see this joker again. But then, of course, the day after that, we saw each other on the bus again. But there you were. You were on first. You were wearing shorts and a really long jacket. Sitting.
Yeah.
And I show up, no makeup on.
Yeah.
I was looking terrible. I was wearing a sweater that's like a male sweater, not a female sweater style. Anyway. And I was like, oh hey! I guess God wants us to be friends, like right now. So I said, hey, let's have lunch.
Why?
Because I thought that it was a sign from God that we were to be friendly.
You didn't understand men at that point, really, really well.
Maybe I did like you and I just didn't want to let it go. You agreed to lunch. Why did you agree?
I still don't know.
And we went to a great pita place. Oh, I love pitas. And we sat next to each other, which I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. Because usually, I thought if a guy is interested in a girl, that you would sit across from each other, kind of like a date. But since you were sitting next to me, to me it was a symbol of just friendship.
Okay. I just wanted to put my feet up on the chair across. That's it. I wanted to be comfortable.
We had a great conversation, and you invited me to go out hiking the very next day. And we basically, from day to day, saw each other every day from then on. So much that at the end of that week, there was this big event.
I don't know if you guys have like tastes of a city, like Taste
Food
of London.
festivals.
It's a food festival where all the restaurants of the city gather together in one spot and make cheap offerings of their food.
We decided that we would go together
I picked you up.
Yeah. I also had prearranged to meet another guy there. So that Sunday that he missed out on, I met a new guy and I was like, hey, there's this food festival happening and I want to go. And if I'm going to go, are you going to go? And he said, yeah, let me know if you're going. And then so we had agreed that we would meet up there at the food festival. It just happened that Felipe wanted to come, and I didn't mention this other guy to him. So then...
Hope all of you can see what I had to contend with here.
So when this other guy showed up, Felipe was like flexing his muscles. He was like, I'm gonna pay for everything. And I'm gonna make sure that this other guy knows that I marked my territory or something.
I even fed you food with my own hands.
Yeah, it was like with a fry or something. So yeah, the other guy finally got the hint, I guess.
But he stuck around for a long time.
For a couple hours.
he wouldn't get it.
So yeah, after he left and then my girlfriend left, it was just us two alone. And he grabbed my hand. And I was like, he was like sweaty and shaking. I think I was shaking too. And that's when it was official. Right? That we were dating.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our story.
If you liked what you've seen and heard,
yeah,
you can hit that subscribe button right now. Bye!